usually the project starts with me thinking too big and then trying to see what is realistic. And usually the realistic thing also is a doubtful thing. It's like it could happen, could not happen. There's a lot of guesswork. But I also realized the amount of work that goes into to just do one peak was not proportionate. It's like if I would spend 3-4 months working on one peak, that would just give me like 1 or 2 peaks in a year. So I like, how do I solve that puzzle for myself, right? Then I came up with 10 peaks in 30 days, and all 10 peaks have to be above 6,000. Simply, that's the project. I like to get into a place where things are hard. If I go for a long run, especially in an event or in one of my projects, the idea is to push myself hard. In that case, usually, always I get into the pain cave, right? I'm into a place where things are hurting, it's paining, and that whole process of working at it, getting into that pain cave, coming out of it, finishing what you set out to do. That whole process is quite rewarding for me. Initially, you would get this thing called the runner's high, right? You're suddenly in the clouds and everything is smooth sailing and it's really beautiful. But you don't get that every day, right? That's a once in a way sort of experience. So what sort of gets me out of the door every day is the fact that, one, I do this full time, and I feel really lucky for the fact that I get to go out of my house in Manali, run around in the forest. Every morning I hear the birds chirping, I'm running in the forest, the wind blowing, the fresh air. If I don't go for a run in the morning, that leaves me like a little annoyed with myself, a little like not dissatisfied with my day. I have to start my day with a run, and that keeps me very happy. It's not just about trying to push myself from a sporting perspective. It's also trying to experience new things, right? I don't want to go up and down a mountain all the time, right? In this current project that we are working at, the idea is to sit and experience the place around, the culture around, the people around, and that is an important part of the project as well, an important part of me feeling like the project is successful and feeling satisfied with the whole experience. One thing that running has made me aware of is earth, nature, my surroundings, right? In all the karma and everything, I believe I shouldn't do wrong to nature, because that will definitely come back to me, sort of thing, right? So every time I go up on a mountain, I usually tap the top of a mountain and be like I don't bow down or join my hands or anything to anything, but I'll just tap the rock on the top of a mountain and be like, thanks for letting me summit today. If you don't want me up there, don't worry, I'll head down, just let me know. I try to treat it as respectfully as possible, and it's not just the mountains. I think it's with everything. It's the forest, it's the oceans, it's everything. It started with me dreaming in Bangalore some 8 years back about wishing I would be able to do all these things that I was reading about and watching videos of people doing abroad, right? But then I start reading up. I start doing my research, trying to find out as much information about whatever I'm going to do, and that then starts giving me the confidence about what I'm thinking. And then I start putting timelines to it and times to it, and my training and how I should pace myself and how I should sort of approach the whole project. How fast should I be running, how slow, what kind of gear, which part of the mountain should I be leaving things at, how many days do I need, all these kind of things. And that gives me all the factual information to start making actual decisions, and not just dreamy decisions. Yeah. It started off with my dad not necessarily being the most chill about it and the most cool about me running, to trying to understand why is this guy trying to run and what's he trying to do as well. He's gone from that to being now a proper student of the sport, to following me more dedicatedly than what I follow myself. He follows me everywhere, like Strava, on Sunto, wherever, wherever I upload my data, and he's like, why didn't you run today? Why have you run just like 10k, 12k? Why were you so slow today? All kinds of questions. Like, he's more into what I'm doing than what I'm doing, I think. So everyone on my family group would be like, I would come to like some 300-400 messages about all race updates and everyone discussing my race. So like, just generally my whole family overall has been like pretty kicked and supportive about and excited about what I do, which is pretty awesome. I think we should all just get out and experience some kind of adventure. It doesn't have to always be pushing yourself to your limits. It can just be actually going and exploring your own city without Google Maps, right? And getting lost and being like, how do I get back home? Just putting yourself in new situations, in to some extent uncontrolled or exciting situations, is good for you, I think, for sure. When I do look back at all the time that I've been doing this full time, right? Not a single day ever, not a single moment goes by when I ever tell myself, I wish I was doing something else. How can I, right? It's like, I'm sitting here, and if I'm like, I wish I was like somewhere else in the city, sitting at a desk right now, money being transferred into the account. How can it doesn't work, right? Like, I'm always in a place like where we are right now. So it's hard for me to think of wanting to do something different. When I was running Spartathlon,